Aman sir, just check whether the recording has been started or not.
Okay, wait. So today's session are going to start at 8 o'clock. Hello,
Respected guest,
Athars.
sir. Hello.
Please start the meeting.
Yes, yes. Am I audible?
Yes,
Okay. Are we ready to go now? Or
yes,
okay.
yes.
Let's wait for 5 minutes. Let everyone join up.
Uh, may I know who is the moderator of this webinar?
Yes, sir. This whole meet is being managed by me, Aman sir, and Ritam sir.
Acha,
We are the
okay.
moderators.
Atharv, right? Okay. Like I
Yes.
think my name is getting displayed as Geeta Mishra, right? So,
Yes, yes.
Yes.
but actually, like I have to, due to some emergency, I have to use my wife's mobile to log into this meet, right? My phone is completely discharged, so that's why I had no option. And actually, I'm outside, so that is why you can see like landscape behind me, right? Okay. So apologies for this inconvenience from my end, right? But I think we can have the webinar, and I would like to try and resolve uh, whatever doubts and queries you have about the civil services exam preparation, right? So that is what I had to say. The name is Geeta Mishra. It is my wife's name, and myself Abhishek Mishra, and I'm here to resolve your queries, right? Thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir. No problem. As per the protocol, we have to
Hmm.
wait for 5 minutes.
Yes,
Once it
yes.
is done, we will
No
continue.
issues. Yes, yes. Please, you take your time.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. May I ask a question right now?
Naman sir, just wait for a few minutes. We will start soon. Just a few moments. Can someone just tell me whether I'm audible clearly?
Audible,
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Athar sir, please pin
Huh?
the video of our guests.
I think it is pinned already.
Okay, okay. Pin for everyone.
Is it done
Okay,
now?
let's start with the introduction. Third, sir, please start.
My video quality is quite down today. Okay, so I think we should start now. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you present here. On the behalf of Adhyay, the Civil Services Society of IIT Madras BS, I am Atharva Adsul, Joint Secretary and the Editorial Secretary of the Society. Would like to host you for the today's session. It is truly a privilege for all of us to have such an enriching interaction with a highly respected mentor in the civil services ecosystem. Today, we are honored to welcome Mr. Abhishek Mishra, a prominent faculty member and executive editor at Drishti IAS New Delhi. Sir has been mentoring UPSC aspirants since 2016 and is widely known for his expertise in international relations, polity, and current affairs. He is also actively involved in mentoring and conducting mock interviews for civil services aspirant. Sir brings with him a diverse academic and professional background, holding a BA in computer science, BE in the sense Bachelor of Engineering, an LLB, and a postgraduate certificate in business management from XLRI. Before entering the civil services education domain, he also worked in corporate sector with organizations like Jubilant Energy and Moser Bayer, which gives him a unique interdisciplinary perspective on governance and policy. At Drishti IAS, Sir has served as a faculty member, divisional head, and executive editor, and has played a key role in shaping content and mentoring thousands of aspirants across the country. He is known for simplifying complex issues and building analytical thinking among the students. You might have seen him on YouTube Shorts also. Sir, we are extremely grateful for you to taking out time and from your busy schedule to interact with our members and aspirants today. We are looking forward to your guidance and insights. Without further delay, I would like to invite Mr. Sir, Abhishek Mishra sir, to share his thought with us. And I would now like to hand over it to you, sir. Please.
Thank you so much, Atharv, for this warm welcome. And first of all, my I would like to thank the Society of IIT Madras for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to interact with all of you. Right, it's always a pleasure to interact with UPSC aspirants. Right, and IIT Madras, like it is one of the original IIT. So, I'm very glad to be interacting with all of you here today through this online medium. And thank you for the warm welcome and whatever you narrated about me. Right. And I'm truly grateful for this opportunity. Right. I think in today's session, we'll be basically dealing with how to prepare for civil services. And it will be much better if we uh, go it in an interactive manner, right? Because it's a Google Meet session, so we can interact one to one. Sometimes what happens is uh, I get to interact with a lot of UPSC aspirants, and there is a lot of myth and lot of misinformation about this exam, right? Uh, all of us have some vague idea about this exam when we want to appear for it, or maybe in somebody in our family suggests that okay, this is also something you can consider as an career option, right? So we uh, have some vague idea about this, but I think we can use this medium today to get some more clarity, right? And through your subject through your questions, maybe I will also get more insight into what the UPSC aspirants are really focused on, what they really want to know, right? So I think it will be an enriching process both ways. And uh, I think the moderators can decide like whether I should give us something like a brief intro about the examination process, the examination format, or we can maybe start taking questions. And from these questions, we can actually carry forward the discussion. Whatever way you agree, I'm ready for it.
Aman sir, over to you. You can speak up.
So, do we want to have it like question answer types, or uh, I start with giving a brief intro about the UPSC Civil Services exam?
Yes, you can give that brief info at first,
Right.
then we will continue.
So, see, civil services exam. Or maybe I can tell you about my experience, like how, because I'm also a ex engineer, like all of you are from IIT Madras, and most of you might be engineers or maybe like doing some specialized course in IIT Madras. So how my UPSC journey started, right? So uh, I was actually like fortunate that my father was in Indian Forest Service, and he had Agmut cadre, right? Arunachal, Goa, Mizoram, and UT cadre. So like looking uh, at him, like, and how he used to work and how the people used to respect him and how he used to help people around him, right? So that actually inspired me to try for civil services. And obviously after class 12th I wanted to become an engineer because my elder brother, he did his engineering from REC Warangal at that time. Now it is NIT Warangal. So I was inclined towards engineering, and then I went for my computer science engineering. I got admission into Jorhat Engineering College. It's a government engineering college of 1960 in Assam. So from there, I did my computer science engineering. And once I completed that, so by fourth year, I was very sure that I did not want to pursue uh, anything related to engineering. My interest was more towards civil services. And that time, even though my father was already in service and he had prepared, but there was a long gap, right? He qualified in 1979. So, my idea was that I'll go to Delhi and maybe join some coaching. So I used to read this competition success review, CSR magazine, and some institutes, their advertisement used to come there. So I came to Delhi. I had this idea that I will join one of these institutions. But when I came to Delhi, one of my friend was actually taking coaching from a reputed institution. So she suggested that you should try this out. Then I did some research, and I realized that the institution I was thinking of joining, uh, like there are better options available. And then I joined one of the premier institutions, right? So I took coaching for it was around I joined in October, and the coaching continued till I think there was a break around February for prelims exam, and after that also it continued for 2 months, right, for the mains. And that time there used to be two optionals, so I selected public administration and psychology as my optionals, right? And computer science was not an option, not offered as an optional. Even though if engineering subject optional was there, I think I would have gone for social sciences only, like, because the mindset was such that it seemed that social sciences would be easier, right? So I opted for that. And like after after completing my coaching, I was actually clueless that how I will clear the exam. And that happens with most of the aspirants. So there again, due to my father, I was able to meet two toppers. And because they were posted in the Sikkim Bhavan, and they had come to meet my father. My father told them that my son is also preparing. And then they asked him that please send him to us and we'll guide him. So I went to meet them, and they were very kind, and they gave me some very useful tips. Right, it was just a meeting of say half an hour, but they were very kind, and they just helped me to focus on doing my best. Right, not worrying about what others are doing, or what I should study or what I should not study. Right, because there is a lot of confusion in this exam. So they helped me to focus on what I need to do for this exam, like how I can do my best. So from then onwards, I could focus my efforts towards the exam. And by the grace of God and the blessings of elders, I was able to clear prelims in the very first attempt, right? And I wrote mains also, but I did not get the interview call. I missed out by around 30, 40 marks. Next attempt, I again tried. Again, I cleared prelims. But in mains, I scored more in some subjects, but some other subjects, again, the score was less. So again, I missed out on the interview call. So third attempt was a do or die attempt for me. I said that if I don't get the interview call, I will not attempt this exam again, because saturation was also increasing in me about this exam. So in third attempt, I got the interview call. and interview also went very well. I scored 180 in interview, but again I missed out from final selection. Right now, there was deep disappointment, and I decided that now I need to start working also. Right, so I joined Moser Bear then. So I started working in Moser Bear as in their corporate social responsibility department. Again, I cleared prelims, mains, and I reached the interview stage. But this time, when I went for the interview stage, I had like a lot of burden on my shoulders, right? Because all the time I was thinking that what if I do not make it, right? So that uh, thought was actually pulling me down. I went to the same board. Parveen Talha madam was there as chairperson, and this time the interview was tense, and I felt that I'll get very low marks in interview, right? And it is game over for me. But still, they gave me decent marks. They gave me around 160 marks, which was good enough, but not good enough to get in the final list, right? So after that, there was deep disappointment that what to do. I changed my job. I joined Jubilant Energy, which is in oil and gas sector, and I started working there. I worked there for around 5 6 years. But this UPSC exam bug was somewhere inside my head. So once again, I resigned from my job and I decided that I'll start a current affairs magazine. So I started to bring out a current affairs magazine, but it was a one man show, so I could not sustain it for long. And I started taking freelance classes because current affairs always was my favorite subject, and also polity. So I started taking some freelance classes in various institutes. Then in 2016, I joined Drishti IAS. And when Drishti IAS was earlier in Hindi medium only, but then 2016 onwards, Vikas sir uh, wanted to enter into the English mediums also, and through magazine, the first foray was magazine. So we launched the Drishti Current Affairs Today in English. So I was one of the founding members of that team, and from then on, the story has been UPSC mock interviews, and as faculty now I take classes of current affairs, polity, and IR sometimes. Right, so it has been an interesting journey. Like I never thought that I would become a teacher. That was never in my dreams. But now when I guide UPSC aspirants and when I interact with students, and I'm able to help them in whatever little way, I feel very good, right? It seems that I get some satisfaction that maybe I'm also able to realize my dreams through their success. So this is in brief my story, and I told this to you because I think there's this like you are also from engineering college like IIT, which always was an aspirational thing, right? For us growing up in uh, northeastern region. So IITs was always the holy grail that everybody wanted to reach, right? So this is my story in brief, and I think this would have given you some insight into UPSC preparation. Now I think we can take questions, and then I can start answering. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That's so great of you that you interacted in such a wonderful way. So first of all, we will take the responses from which we have created a poll and we have
Right.
received the questions. And from
Yes.
then onwards, we will take Q&A one-on-one into this Google
Yes.
Meet.
Yes.
So that could be the timeline of the event,
Ah,
complete event. So I would like to read the first question. Just give me a minute.
yes.
Um, so few common questions which have been arised from the
Hmm.
poll are how to manage UPSC preparation with studies and how to study efficiently.
Hmm.
Also, how can I develop decision-making ability while still preparing?
Hmm. So
Then, why do I want to become an IAS officer? So these are the common questions. Then we can move on to the detailed one.
yes, yes. So I think one common question which most of you will have because you are already uh, doing a course from a prestigious institution, right? So I am sure there will be this time constraint, like which all of you might be facing. So see, there are two ways to go about it. Like UPSC preparation, what it demands more is consistency. So we need to stay consistent, even if you are giving less time to it. But if you are consistent about giving that much time every day, right, each day of the week, that is more important. So I think the ideal time to start for UPSC preparation, if UPSC is our career goal, right? So I think by second year or third year, because I don't think like first year would be the ideal time, but yes, maybe second year, third year, or maybe third year, fourth year, whenever you are more comfortable, right? Third year, fourth year, I think would be better when you are more comfortable with managing your studies, right? Because doing well in your graduation is very very important, and UPSC can only be a side activity till that time, right? But what we can do is like we can start to build our foundation. So now there are multiple ways of doing it. For example, the best way of like if you can spare say around 2 hours every day, so the best way would be to maybe start reading NCRTs, and NCRTs of class 6 to 10, they should be your first port of call. So class 6 to 10 NCRTs, and of subjects like geography, history, and political science or civics, right? So these three subjects we should focus on basically, because being science stream students, so you need not study general science, etc. at this stage. Later on, like it can be done through the coaching notes, right? So I think at least 2 hours if you can spare, that would be ideal. And consistency, right? Acha, nowadays there are a lot of options available online also. So if you are having that much time, because sometimes what happens, like we want to do it, but because of lack of guidance, we spend time, but we are that time that we are spending is not fruitful. So what we can do is, if we can join a online course, right? So there are many online courses, even Drishti has various NCRT courses, etc. And through Drishti learning app you can find many free resources also, right? So there are a lot of free resources also, but one thing we need to understand, that nobody likes free lunch, right? Neither the giver nor the taker, right? So but still some free resources we can definitely use. Otherwise these online courses are there, so you can also uh, get a taste of UPSC preparation through these courses, and these are also low price courses, so that can also be done. In fact, Drishti has actually come out with a foundation studio foundation course. So that is at a very attractive pricing. That is, I think, for the first time we have come up with a course for UPSC that is just for around 25,000, right? So but you should do your market study, right? Because you are in IIT, so you would be aware of that. So you should do your market study, but that is the way to start. We should start with small steps. Like there's a very famous quote, and I like it very much. That is a Chinese quotation. It is, journey of 1,000 miles begins with a small step. And sometimes we hesitate to take that small step, right? So I think that hesitation has to go. If we are decided, then that first step should be taken, right?
Thank you, sir. As you said that there is not a compulsion to start from the first year of engineering, but I am myself from first year.
Okay.
And
But again, see, in UPSC preparation, one more thing is there. There are no absolute truths, right? So always there are exceptions, right? And if one see, it is all about managing time. If you are in first year, but if you can manage your time properly, then there's no harm. Like, so early bird catches the worm. So I think like there are uh, like always all kinds of examples, right? So I think if we are able to manage time, because I meant it in a very generalized way. But if you are in first year, if you can manage your time, then nothing wrong in it.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hmm.
So now let's have a brief introduction and a brief overview of current affairs, and
Hmm.
then we can again start with the question session.
Okay. So you want me to tell you about current affairs, how to follow it?
Yes, let's like a brief overview of current affairs,
Okay.
how to study on.
Right, right. See, current affairs, I'm sure like I can we have a poll kind of thing? How many of you are actually uh, reading newspapers? Do you get time to read newspapers, or you enjoy? Acha, I think some people are raising their hands. Yes, I can see that. So how many how many participants we have in this meeting?
We have 60 participants.
60 plus participants are there, and
Yes.
I think around 7 people have raised their hands, right? So now it is going up. Okay, fine. So still, I think like around maybe I can understand that around 15 people might be following newspapers. Okay, so how to go about newspaper reading or current affairs? Okay, they are interconnected, but these are again two different things. Like because current affairs can be followed by different sources. It is not necessary that we have to follow newspaper. Okay, so what my suggestion is, newspaper reading is a very good habit, right? And I myself, I started newspaper reading at a very young age, like around class 6, I suppose class 6 7. I really got hooked on to newspaper reading because see, nowadays we have smartphones and a lot of things. No, that time there was nothing, and I was staying in Arunachal Pradesh. We used to get newspaper after 2 days, right? 2 days old newspapers, but still like I used to love reading it. And in my home, like we were getting 3 4 newspapers every day. So I used to read it. Like I and basically my interest was more in sports. So I used to read the sports page. I used to read a little bit of politics also, right? So that was my interest area. But what many students these days I see, they are not into this habit of newspaper reading, right? But what we should do for following current affairs, that I'll tell you. So there are two popular newspapers that one can follow. One is the Hindu, right? So you are from IIT Madras, and the Hindu is located in Chennai only. Okay, so the Hindu is a very good newspaper. I read it daily. The other newspaper is the Indian Express, right? But we do not need to read both the newspapers. We can read one of these. Okay, either the Hindu or the Indian Express. But then the problem comes. The problem comes that this newspaper, what I was saying, the problem comes that we are not able to discriminate what news is relevant from exam point of view and what news is not relevant. Okay. And that discrimination is very important because otherwise we'll be lost in the maze of current affairs. Now, how to get that discrimination? For that, you need to have a very good idea of the syllabus. So, one thing all the aspirants must do is get a good idea of the syllabus. So you must have the syllabus of GS mains, right? GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, the main syllabus, and you should keep it pasted on a wall where you can see it and read it regularly, right? That's very, very important. Okay. So syllabus, having good idea of the syllabus. But still, if you are a beginner, we'll not be able to identify which news is important. So what to do in that case? So we need to read the newspaper, only the headlines. Okay, you read the headlines. After that, what you can do, you can come to our website, or you can go to any coaching institute website. If you go come to www.drishtiis.com, you'll find in our website a current affairs tab. If you click on that tab, you will find that our team would have covered the news, the important news of that day. So now you can relate with what you have, the headlines you have read in newspaper, with what is reported in our website, and then you will gradually, like you have to do it on daily basis. Gradually, you will come to discriminate. Okay, this they are covering. That is why this is important. Acha. Another advantage of following it from our website is you will also get the background information. For example, you suddenly read about uh, India having a this India EU FTA, right? Recently, we have signed India EU FTA has been signed, but you might be having some thought that what is European Union and how many countries are in European Union and so on, right? So this kind of background information that will not be available in the newspaper as such, but it will be available on our website where it will be covered, right? So the boxes will be there, background information will be there from UPSC perspective. So it will be helpful. But very important here is to make very short notes, because if we'll just read it, we'll forget. Right. So it is very important that we note down the important stuff. And for that, what we need to do? you need to like 15 minutes of headline reading and maybe marking what is relevant and what is not. And after that, going to Drishti website, and from there you need to make very short notes, right? And for every news item you need to keep a strict this thing discipline, that only I will write only 5 lines, and these 5 lines will basically cover what is in the news, why it is in the news, if there is something like when is important, like maybe some event has happened on a particular date, or some scheme has been launched, so when is also important. What, when, why, how, right? This is what you should focus on. And maybe in 5 6 lines you should note down the crux. After that you need to revise it. Okay. And now this has to be done on daily basis. So this is not so easy, but if you do it, so take it from me that within few months, current affairs, you will actually start enjoying current affairs. You will also realize that many of the things in current affairs actually are getting repeated, right? So it is not that every day we have to learn about new things. Many things get repeated, right? Some issues will remain in news for a long time. For example, the governor issue, right? Again, you are in IIT Madras, so you might be knowing that the Tamil Nadu governor and the Tamil Nadu government, they are not best of friends, right? So what are the issues behind that, and so on. So everything is covered in current affairs. It's very interesting, very easy to follow once you get a knack of it, right? But getting the knack of it takes time, right? I hope like you would have understood something about following current affairs. Once you start following, I think it will get easy. I'll also share a Telegram link with your team, so there I post whatever relevant news I find in my newspaper reading, right? So many students are there in that group. So I'll also share the link with your moderators, so you can maybe join it. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for such an effective guidance. So now I would like to turn up to some detailed questions which have been
Yes.
raised up.
Mhm.
First of all, I would like every one of you to raise down their hands. We will have the Q&A session afterwards. Just complete this whole timeline and then we will continue further. And sir, I would like to continue with the questions now. I would
Yes, yes.
try to accommodate 2 to 3 questions at a time.
Ha ha.
The first question is, respected sir, as a first year engineering student who is pursuing dual degree with
Hmm.
engineering in computer science from a tier 3 government university,
Hmm. Hmm.
and what are the field subject topics, etc., that
Hmm.
one should cover during the first year, keeping civil services as an option in mind in future. For example, I like geography. So
Hmm.
what should I do for optimal and effective output in the learning process? After that,
Hmm.
there are too many questions on optional subjects. So
Hmm.
what
Maybe
could be
I
the
can.
best of our
Yes, yes. Tell me. Yes. Hmm.
there are too many questions on optional subjects, so optional subjects to ask. So
Hmm.
what could be the best optional subject that should be taken, like a
Hmm.
brief overview about the optional subjects?
Right, right. Okay, fine. So, Atharv, the first question about like, for example, like somebody who is uh, in first year and is interested in geography, like from where one should start, like if that is the question. So, my suggestion would be NCRTs. Like NCRTs are the best source to start with, right? There are some standard textbooks also, but I think the first port of call should be NCRTs, right? And for geography, class 11, 12 geography books are very good, right? So one can start gradual from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think in some of these classes it will be combined social studies, right? And after that there will be separation of these three subjects: history, geography, and political science. But class 11 and 12 geography books can also be followed, right? So that should be the starting point. And once you get comfortable with that, once the initial reading of NCRTs is done, and how to read NCRTs also, let me just add to it. So NCRTs, in my view, they have to be read multiple times. So the first reading should be like a novel. So you are reading a storybook, right? So read it with interest, one chapter after another. Second time when you read it, now you need to focus on the maps, especially in geography. Also focus on what has been written in bold. in the chapters, right? So whatever is important, they have written in bold also, and also like any boxes, etc., which they have highlighted in the text. So these things need to be focused on in the second reading. Also, what you can do is on the margins of the book, you can maybe write down the important key terms, whatever you find in that page, right? So in margins, very less space will be there, so you cannot write too much. So you will need to be very careful what you write. So that will also help you in more concentration while reading. So that you should do. After a chapter is completed, you should also try to attempt the questions after each chapter. That will also help you to understand that, okay, whether I have understood it or not. If I have not understood some concept, then maybe I should read it again, right? So that should be done. So these two readings are very, very important, right? In the third reading, you can make some notes from it, because if you'll try to make notes in the first reading, you will end up copying everything in the book, right? Because everything is new, everything seems to be important, but only in the third reading one should go for making notes. So that is about the NCRTs. Now coming to the optional part, right? Which optional is the best optional, right? So uh, tell me, which IIT do you think is the best? Is it IIT Madras? Is it IIT Delhi? Is it IIT Kanpur? Is it IIT uh, like no? So see, all the
IIT
IITs.
Madras.
IIT Madras. Okay, let me take it. IIT Madras, right?
Yeah.
So, and in similar way, I can say like I had psychology and public administration as my optional, right? So I can say that these options were best, but I was not happy with public administration, right? So the point here I am trying to make is that all optionals are good. All optionals are good. There is no single optional which we can say that this optional, if anybody will take, they will score very high, right? Because it is the individual who is going to pass or fail, right? So but there are some popular optionals, right? Popular optionals in the sense that many students take it, right? For example, PSIR, political science and international relations. So many students are taking it because there's also one myth associated, right? That if we'll take PSIR, then our polity is also going to be covered. So there is some truth to it. Like, yes, obviously it will help you in polity. Similarly, if you take geography optional, so geography in GS will become easy for you. If you take history optional, it will help you in history, right? So all the subjects will have some overlap. Yes, some subjects like maths, but it might maths might help you in CSAT also, right? So there will be some pros and cons of each subject. So the idea behind is there is no subject or no optional which is best optional, but yes, there are some popular optionals, right? And if I have to identify some popular optionals at present, so there will be PSIR, then geography, then anthropology, sociology, right? In fact, science subjects have also become very popular these days. So we see a lot of students with physics, chemistry, maths, also engineering subjects, civil, electrical, and mechanical, right? But these are taken by less number of engineers. But these days, we are seeing that many engineers from IITs and other institutions, they are also taking engineering subjects. So what I would suggest is you have to go with an optional in which you are interested, right? Which excites you, because you have to read that optional multiple times. Should we be bothered too much about the scoring? uh, Scoring potential we should definitely consider, but it should not be our top criteria. So if I have to give you a criteria how to select optional, then I will say that first of all, you should the first criteria should be interest in the subject, right? So number one is interest in the subject. Number two will be aptitude for the subject. That means whether we have that skill for that subject or not. For example, in subjects like public administration, in subjects like sociology, you also need to have good writing skills, right? Because you will be competing with students from, say, St. Stephen's, Miranda House, and so on, who have good writing skills. So we need to have, see, writing skills here means that you should be able to express yourself in a better way. That is it. So some subjects also have the that skill. For example, history, one might be interested in history, but then one might be saying that I'm not able to remember the dates. So history then may not be the right subject for you, right? Similarly, somebody may have some issues with a subject. For example, somebody is very interested in maths but is not able to remember formulas. So maths will not work for that individual. So we have to identify that which subject we are interested in. We can read multiple times with interest, with more curiosity, getting insight in that subject. So that should be our number one criteria. And we should also have aptitude for that subject, right? So first is interest, second is aptitude for the subject. Third is we also need to look at the guidance and availability of study material, right? How easily it is available. For example, some there are some subjects which you might be liking, because there are 48 subjects which you can take as optional, right? 48 subjects. So it's a very wide list. But you have to see where you can get better guidance, subject availability. So that will be the criteria number 3. After this, you should look up the syllabus and previous year questions. Syllabus and previous year questions. Right? That will give you an idea that how much you have to study and what type of questions are being asked from these subjects. Okay. And finally, last but not the least, would be how the students are scoring in this subject. This I have kept it at the last because this is very subjective. No, the somebody might have taken PSIR, he might have scored very well, but somebody else would also have taken PSIR, he might have scored very low. So that is, but we can get an idea that okay, if I'm a good student in this subject, so what they are getting. So in optional, there are two papers, 250 plus 250, paper 1 and paper 2. So out of 500, it is considered that if you can get a score of around 280 to 300, it is considered a very good score. But in some subjects, people are able to score even as high as 340. Right? Yes, literature subjects are also very good. For example, many students opt for Hindi literature. So in Hindi literature, like people have scored around 340. Okay, but then there might be people who might have scored very less also. So you need to exercise due diligence. It is like we cannot just say that okay, now we are in IIT, so everybody is going to get a 1 crore placement, right? It might not happen, no. So we need to understand that uh, there are truth and half truth about things. So we need to do our research. But yes, the subject selection, the optional selection should be based on our interest, our aptitude, the availability of guidance and this material. And after that, we should also look at the syllabus and the scoring, average scoring that is happening in that subject, right? So that is how we should select an optional. Right?
So thank you, sir. Now, as we have a lot, many number of questions to be administered at all, and we are running out of time,
Hmm.
I would like to ask
Am I
the
am I, am I
audience.
giving very long answers? Huh?
No, no, not
But
at all.
okay.
Hello,
Any
sir.
which ways. Yes, yes, yes. Huh. Who is this?
Hello, sir. Myself, Rahul Moria.
Rahul. Rahul. Yes, yes, Rahul.
Yes, sir. I
Hmm.
want to how prepare UPSC
Hmm.
exam for Hindi medium student because I have
हाँ,
Hindi medium background. So
अच्छा.
so please.
ओके. राहुल, देखिए हिंदी मीडियम, क्या मैं आपको हिंदी में आंसर कर दूं?
Yes, 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 sir.
ठीक है.
Hindi or
अ,
English
हाँ
very
हाँ ठीक है,
comfortable.
हिंदी हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश मिक्स, ठीक है, ऐसे मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. तो आपका क्वेश्चन क्या है कि हिंदी मीडियम वाले स्टूडेंट्स को कैसे तैयारी करनी चाहिए, ये है क्या क्वेश्चन?
Yes, yes, yes. How they make a strong foundation, मतलब
अच्छा,
starting. Yes,
तो
yes.
देखिए राहुल, कोई ऐसा डिफरेंस नहीं है. देर इज नो, नॉट मच डिफरेंस बिटवीन हिंदी मीडियम एस्पिरेंट एंड इंग्लिश मीडियम एस्पिरेंट. ऑलमोस्ट द प्रिपरेशन इज सिमिलर. ठीक है, ओनली मीडियम चेंजेस, अदरवाइज पूरा सब कुछ सेम है. हाँ, ये जरूर होता है कि राहुल कभी कभी हिंदी मीडियम में जो कंटेंट है, मतलब ना आजकल तो वैसे वो काफी कुछ मतलब दृष्टि ने भी उस पर काफी काम किया है, बिकॉज हिंदी मीडियम में अब कंटेंट के ऐसा नहीं है कि क्वालिटी कंटेंट इज नॉट अवेलेबल, इट इज अवेलेबल. बट लेकिन फिर भी कई सारी ऐसी किताबें हैं, कई सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो इंग्लिश में ज्यादा इजीली अवेलेबल है, हिंदी में थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है मिलना. ठीक है, इवन न्यूज़पेपर्स का भी ये हाल है।
Yes,
हिंदी
sir.
वाले जो न्यूज़पेपर हैं जनरली सेंसेशनलिज्म वाला ज्यादा उसमें है, ठीक है,
Yes, sir. Yes,
जबकि
sir.
इंग्लिश में आपको मतलब वो करंट अफेयर्स का कंटेंट ज्यादा अच्छा मिलेगा। तो देखिए एज ए हिंदी मीडियम एस्पिरेंट व्हाट आई वुड सजेस्ट कि आप अपना मीडियम हिंदी रखिए, बहुत अच्छी बात है, ठीक है। आपको दृष्टि की वेबसाइट वगैरह से काफी आपको कंटेंट मिलने में आसानी होगी। लेकिन इसके साथ क्या करना है राहुल कि यू ऑल्सो नीड टू वर्क ऑन योर इंग्लिश, ठीक है। इंग्लिश को भी अपना दोस्त बना के रखना है, ठीक है। ऐसा नहीं सोचना है कि हिंदी मीडियम से है तो भाई इंग्लिश हमारी वीक भी रहेगी तो चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं है। इंग्लिश को भी आप अपना दोस्त बनाइए, क्योंकि क्या होता है कि समटाइम्स क्या हो रहा है कि ट्रांसलेशन बहुत खराब हो रहा है यूपीएससी का। तो ऐसा हुआ है पहले कि मतलब वो स्टील प्लांट आप जानते होते हैं कि ना,
Yes,
स्टील
yes, yes,
प्लांट।
yes, yes,
स्टील
yes.
प्लांट का ट्रांसलेशन आप जानते हैं कि हिंदी में क्या किया गया है? स्टील का पौधा, इस्पात का पौधा। तो
नहीं,
ऐसा
yes,
भी हुआ है, मतलब इस
yes.
तरीके का ना, तो ऐसा मतलब कभी कभी इस तरीके का ब्लंडर भी होता है। तो वी हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल कि वी शुड ऑल्सो बी वेरी लाइक एटलीस्ट कंफर्टेबल विद इंग्लिश, दैट अगर हिंदी में कोई क्वेश्चन हमें ठीक से समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो हम उसके इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन से समझ पाए, ठीक है ना। बाकी हिंदी मीडियम के लिए मेरे ख्याल से दृष्टि तो नंबर वन इंस्टीट्यूट है ही। तो बाकी तैयारी में कुछ नहीं है, आप अपनी फाउंडेशन को स्ट्रॉन्ग करिए। पहले एनसीईआरटीज को फॉलो करिए, और बाद में मेरे ख्याल से आप कौन से ईयर में हैं?
अभी सर पढ़ रहे हैं सर, थर्ड ईयर में।
थर्ड ईयर में ना, तो बाद में यही है कि कोचिंग लेना भी ठीक रहता है, उससे थोड़ा गाइडेंस वगैरह मिल जाता है, ठीक है। नहीं तो सेल्फ स्टडी के थ्रू भी कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि देखिए ये क्वेश्चन मतलब कि कैसे तैयारी करूं वो थोड़ा वेग क्वेश्चन है ना, तो मैं उसका बहुत आपको जितना स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन होगा उतना स्पेसिफिक आंसर मैं दे सकता हूँ। बट ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, आप एनसीईआरटी से फाउंडेशन को अपना स्ट्रॉन्ग करिए, न्यूज़पेपर फॉलो करना शुरू करिए, और इंग्लिश को भी साथ में थोड़ा स्ट्रॉन्ग रखिए, ठीक है ना।
ओके,
वो
ओके
भी
सर।
आपको हेल्प करेगा, ठीक है।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर.
ओके ओके।
Okay, so as we cannot administer each and every question which has been asked into the response sheet, so we will now go with the Q&A session. So one by one, the audience can ask up the question, starting with Ishu Raj. Are you there, Ishu Raj? Okay, by the time he gets reconnected, we would like to start now with Kritika. Kritika Tripathi.
Hello, sir.
हाँ हेलो, योर नेम
Sir, my
प्लीज।
name is
हाँ,
Kritika.
अच्छा
Sir, my
कृतिका,
name is
यस।
Kritika Tripathi, and I'm currently in second year and
ओके
preparing for UPSC CSC 2028. So
ओके
my doubt is मतलब कि मेरा स्टेप बाय स्टेप मैं कैसे तैयारी करूँ, मतलब पहला स्टेप मैंने एनसीईआरटी को कवर कर लिया अच्छे से पूरा
ठीक है।
6 to 12। इसके आगे फिर मैं क्या करूँ, मतलब स्टेप बाय स्टेप मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि मैं सारे सब्जेक्ट्स को कैसे कवर करूँ और ताकि अच्छे से रिवीजन भी हो जाए।
कृतिका, यू आर इन सेकेंड ईयर राइट?
यस सर।
Second year, and how much time you have for UPSC preparation, as in after your college responsibilities?
Almost daily 3 hours.
3 hours, no? Okay.
Yes.
So Kritika, see, like UPSC syllabus, no, and UPSC preparation is something uh, which is like endless. Okay, so actually, it will always be a work in progress, right? So sometimes what happens, I think we can do UPSC preparation completely based on self study. Yeah, there is no doubt about it. Okay, and self study we have to do even though we may take help of coaching, right? But just to study it in an organized way, just to complete our preparation in an organized way, sometimes coaching also helps, right? So there are a lot of online options available which you can pursue along with your engineering or whatever course you are doing in IIT Madras. So I think my suggestion would be like if you are done with your NCRTs, you feel comfortable that yes, I have a base, then maybe you can try to search for some online courses which should not be very expensive, right? I will not suggest that you go for very expensive course at this stage. Go for courses which are manageable, right, financially also, right, and which do not require a lot of your time, which are manageable within this 2 to 3 hour slot that you have. और ये आप करना शुरू करिए, तो इससे क्या होगा ना कि एक आपका सब्जेक्ट वाइज पूरा एक प्रिपरेशन का साइकिल हो जाएगा, ठीक है। एंड दैट विल एक्चुअली हेल्प यू टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हाँ यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन का आपका एक बेसिक लेवल हो गया। एंड उसके बाद हो सकता है कि सिर्फ सेल्फ स्टडी से आप पूरा कर लें, ठीक है, एग्जाम क्लियर करने के प्रोसेस में आ जाए। या फिर आप उसके बाद ऑफलाइन कोचिंग भी देख सकते हैं, अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं अभी भी कुछ बाकी है। तो मेरा सजेशन ये होगा, तो उससे आपको जो फाइनलिटी आप चाह रहे हैं ना कि अब मुझे मतलब क्या करना चाहिए नेक्स्ट, बिकॉज सी ये वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस रहता है यूपीएससी। और हम देखते हैं कि भाई जो फर्स्ट ईयर वाला है, मतलब फर्स्ट ईयर एस्पिरेंट है, सेकंड ईयर एस्पिरेंट है, थर्ड टाइम एस्पिरेंट है, तो वो भी तैयारी कर ही रहे हैं। और मतलब एज ए टीचर आई कैन टेल यू देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स, समटाइम्स आई कीप लर्निंग। स्टूडेंट कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं तो तब भी हमें समझ में आता है, अच्छा अरे ये चीज तो हमने सोचा नहीं ना। तो एनीबडी हु इज एसोसिएटेड विद यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन एज अ एस्पिरेंट और इवन एज अ टीचर, आई थिंक इट इज अ एवरीडे लर्निंग प्रोसेस, राइट। तो आप मेरे ख्याल से कोई
ओके सर,
ऑनलाइन
थैंक यू।
कोर्स देखिए। हाँ, ओके।
जी सर, थैंक यू।
Ishuraj, have you reconnected?
Yeah. Hello, sir. So my question is, what are the disadvantage or something missing if someone preparing online instead of offline?
Your name is Ishuraj, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. See, online, offline, it is again very subjective. For example, when I was doing coaching, I was traveling within Delhi for at least 1 hour 15 minutes one way, right? So every day I was spending 2.5 hours for commuting, right, from my home to uh, Rajendra Nagar, right? So the point is, that time online option was not available. But had it been available, maybe I would have opted for online. Because see, the thing is, in offline, what are the advantages? Advantage is that the teacher is in front of you. But for example, I was a student, I was not asking a lot of question to the teacher. Okay, so that was not that big an advantage for me. Second thing was self discipline. So sometimes when we are at home and doing it online, so that seriousness or self discipline might be lacking, right? But when we are doing offline classes, so sometimes the exposure is better. So I think the difference basically lies whether one is self disciplined. If self discipline is there, then online is as good as offline, right? The only thing about this exposure and access to teachers etc is concerned, that is also addressed through the Zoom meetings etc that we have. So I don't see a lot of difference in it. But yes, offline, like sometimes for example, as a teacher, whether I would like to teach an online class or an offline class, so it will be offline class because you get immediate response. Immediate response is there, no, like we are having this Zoom meeting. So if I'm
Yeah.
saying this and you are responding, so it is interactive, no, so it is
Yeah.
better. But sometimes in online, what happens to the teacher is there and the teacher is teaching, the board is there, right? So the learning process becomes little bit boring. That is the major difference. Otherwise, I think online, offline, it boils down to the individual. For some individuals, it may work even better, right? So I think it is very individual specific, but exposure difference is there. That is it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
So next we have Mary Roshan. Mari Roshan.
Hello, sir.
Kritika, you can lower down your hand.
Hello, sir. Myself Roshan, and I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Okay, Roshan.
Yes, sir. I am studying currently first year of my bachelor's in mathematics.
Hmm.
I have a doubt about this, sir. Optional subjects.
Hmm.
Basically, there was a myth I heard that maths is the toughest subject in UPSC. Is it really difficult for kind of students as me to take optional subject as a mathematics, sir?
No. I think you rightly pointed out it is a myth, right? But you know what? In CSET and maths optional are two different things, huh? Two different things. But like students are finding maths very difficult in CSET also. So it is very individual specific. Okay.
Yes,
The
sir.
other thing is, maths optional has always been very scoring optional, right? And in
Yes, sir.
maths, either you get full marks or zero, right? So that makes it challenging also, Right? Sometimes you can get very high marks. Sometimes you can score very poorly. So I
Yes,
think
sir.
that challenge is there with maths. But otherwise, maths optional is a very good optional. But I think what you should do is you should look up the previous year question papers of maths optional,
No.
right? And also
Yeah,
the
yeah.
syllabus. And also the syllabus, right? So every year in mock interviews, you find a lot of candidates with maths, and they do really well. Okay, so
True,
maths
true.
actually has become quite popular once again. So
Yes, sir.
I do not agree to it, but yes, one criteria I told, no, like availability of guidance and study material.
Yeah,
So
yeah, sir.
that also you need to find out, because in subjects like the popular optionals, right? So it is
Yes,
very
sir.
easily available. But for subject like maths, वगैरह, you will need to do a little bit of searching. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So next we have Ajay Dev.
So first of all, very thank you for your honest replies, the kind of question we have been asking. I have a very simple question: that why is it that some candidates crack the civil services examination in their very first attempt, while
Mhm.
others, despite years of hard work, are
Mhm.
unable to succeed? So if you could honestly guide us, you have
Mhm.
mentored thousands of students. Uh,
Thank you, Ajay. Like you have asked a very simple question, but it's a very difficult one to answer, right? That why some are able to clear it in the very first attempt and why some people struggle, right? Even though like they are putting in a lot of hard work, effort, intelligence is also there, everything is there, right? But there's a very fine line dividing people who have cleared the exam and people who have not been able to clear the exam, right? And I don't think this is I'm not saying this because I'm on this side, but even my friends who have cleared and who are in the services, they have also told me this. And mostly who understand the most of the people who understand this UPSC exam process, they agree with this fact that after you have done everything, you need a slice of luck also, right? Because this exam has a lot of uncertainty. So sometimes what happens, we appear in a paper, we feel that, oh, this paper has not gone well, we end up scoring good in that paper. But some paper we feel that, okay, we have done really well, and we end up scoring poorly. So there is a lot of uncertainty
okay.
and subjectivity in the examination process. But overall, the good thing which I find in this examination process, UPSC exam preparation, is that it is a transformational journey. So if one does it with sincerity, then one gets to learn a lot, right? And your personality and your whole like I think your knowledge base, no, it gets transformed. So you will be able to make sense of each page of the newspaper, each article of the newspaper, which not many people can do, right? Like it is not for bragging, but it is just for like your understanding of things is much better than so many people around us. So I think that is an advantage of UPSC. But how some people are able to crack it in the first attempt, I don't think anybody has a clear idea about that. Even those who have cleared it in the first attempt, if they are asked that will they be able to repeat it, I doubt. I have serious doubt.
Okay, okay. So there is a lot of subjectivity.
Subjectivity is there, like some slice of luck. Like sometimes luck favors the brave, no? So, and believe me, like the beginner's luck, right? There's a very good book by Paulo Coelho, uh, The Alchemist, right? So, in that, one concept is mentioned, such as the beginner's luck. So, sometimes beginner's luck is there. So, and this I also realized in my first attempt in public administration, I got 322, right, which was a very good score. And in the subsequent attempts, I was not able to get that score. It was not that I was like not reading. I was not like. In fact, I was understanding public administration a little better, but I was not able to get that score. So
I
sometimes
mean,
I don't know. Like we cannot. We can only justify it in hindsight, right? There's no logic to it sometimes.
can sir, this subjectivity can be cracked through the mechanical process of revising the things multiple times? Uh,
It can be done, and Ajay, it can also help. Like if we actually uh, do it. See, I think I told you now that UPSC in success in UPSC is 99% perspiration. ठीक है, 99% तो आपको पसीना बहाना है. उसके बाद 99% आपने पसीना बहाया और उसके बाद 1% आपको वो जो इंस्पिरेशन चाहिए या मतलब जो लक फैक्टर चाहिए. ठीक है, बट आप बोलेंगे कि वो लक फैक्टर आपको पहले मिल जाए और फिर हम मेहनत कर लेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता है. ठीक है, तो दैट इज थोड़ा तो वहां सब्जेक्टिविटी है, एक स्लाइस ऑफ लक वाली बात है. बट हाँ, हम अपने आप को ज्यादा लकी बनाते हैं ज्यादा मेहनत करके, ये भी एकदम ट्रू है. तो ये एग्जाम इट रिवॉर्ड्स कंसिस्टेंसी, इट रिवॉर्ड्स परसिवरेंस, इट रिवॉर्ड्स हार्ड वर्क.
Okay, thank you, sir.
ओके.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to clear one thing to all the audience that we have ran out of time as it is 9 p.m. So, are you comfortable to extend this session? Everyone, just give their reactions so
Yes,
that
yes.
we can move on. Okay.
Yes. If sir is
So,
comfortable, then we are also comfortable.
तो आई थिंक वी कैन गो अहेड फॉर एटलीस्ट 10 मिनट्स. ठीक है, 10 मिनट्स हम लोग और इसको एक्सटेंड
Sir,
कर
I
देते
have
हैं.
I
हाँ
have
हाँ.
a doubt that when I was
हम्म
when I was a kid, like in the class fifth or in class sixth,
हम्म
then I also dream to an UPSC
हम्म.
student.
ठीक है.
But today, I think that there is not much money in UPSC. I think, please, sir,
हाँ.
don't remind, but clear
हम्म
this doubt. Clarify this doubt.
आप कहाँ से हैं, कौन से स्टेट से हैं?
I am from UP, and
फ्रॉम
I am
यूपी.
also from a
हाँ
poor yeah, or a weak
हाँ.
economical
अच्छा.
background.
ओके ओके. क्या नाम है आपका?
Vivek Panchal, sir.
विवेक. अच्छा विवेक, सी what you are saying about civil services is that अगर कोई इस एग्जाम को क्लियर करके सोच रहा है कि मतलब हमें बहुत पैसा हम कमाएंगे ना, तो फिर हो सकता है आप कमा लें, लेकिन हो सकता है कि आप न्यूज़पेपर में न्यूज़ बन जाए. ठीक है,
Yes,
एंड
yes, sir.
ना, तो वो बहुत अच्छा नहीं है. और लेकिन तो अगर भाई देखिए पैसा कमाना है, आप आईआईटी मद्रास से पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, बेटर है प्राइवेट सेक्टर में जॉब किया जाए और ईमानदारी से किया जाए, अच्छे पैसे कमाए जाए. ठीक है, सिविल सर्विसेज हैज अ हायर पर्पस, तो मेरे ख्याल से वो हायर पर्पस जरूर रहना चाहिए. अच्छा, इसके साथ बहुत ज्यादा सोशल प्रेस्टीज है. अभी आप हो सकता है कि आप बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे कमा रहे हैं, आप बहुत अच्छी जॉब में हैं, किसी बड़ी कंपनी में हैं, लेकिन आउटसाइड द कंपनी पीपल डोंट नो यू ऑन द स्ट्रीट. बट अगर
Yes.
आप कहीं के डीएम हैं, एसपी हैं, तो एंटायर डिस्ट्रिक्ट नोज यू यार, ना. ठीक है, तो ये जो ऑरा है ना, मतलब आजकल अगर मैं सोशल मीडिया का टर्म यूज करूं, तो सिविल सर्विसेज का ऑरा तो है भाई,
Yes, sir.
जो. हाँ.
Even I am
हम्म
also satisfied with this with your answer,
हम्म
and because yesterday I see I
हम्म
was see a IRS
हम्म
car near my house in
हम्म
a Bharat,
हम्म
and literally I get goosebumps there.
हाँ. नहीं नहीं, तो सी दैट ऑरा इज देयर, दैट प्रेस्टीज इज देयर, एंड इट टेक्स हार्ड वर्क टू रीच दैट स्टेज, राइट. बट आई थिंक एज अ सिविल सर्वेंट, आज भी मेरे एक जूनियर से बात हुई. ही इज सर्विंग इन बिहार गवर्नमेंट, राइट. और बात की किसी बात के लिए फोन हुआ था, तो मैंने पूछा भाई और कैसा चल रहा है सब कुछ, तो उसने बताया कि सर बहुत हेक्टिक है. तो मैंने बोला कि भाई हम लोग तो सोच रहे थे कि सिविल सर्विसेज में आराम वाला काम होता है, इसलिए लोग जाते हैं, और आप बोल रहे हो हेक्टिक है. बोला कि सर अभी मतलब मोदी जी के टाइम पे ये सब बदल गया है, मतलब ना काफी काम करना पड़ रहा है. बट ओवरऑल ही वाज सेटिस्फाइड दैट सर सेटिस्फेक्शन है, अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, लोगों को का अप्रिशिएशन भी मिलता है. तो आई थिंक सोशल प्रेस्टीज है, हायर पर्पस है, तो ये सारी चीजें सिविल सर्विसेज में बहुत जरूरी है, और इसीलिए ये जो स्टील फ्रेम है हमारी कंट्री का काम कर रहे हैं. अगर हम सिर्फ सोचेंगे कि लोग भाई सिर्फ करप्शन कर रहे हैं ना, तो क्या होता है कि जो नेगेटिव चीजें वो ज्यादा हाईलाइट होती हैं, तो
Yes.
पब्लिक में इसका परसेप्शन खराब है. ठीक है, बट आप
सर
जैसे पुलिस का देखिए, पुलिस को लोग बोलते हैं गलत बोलते हैं ना, लेकिन अगर पुलिस नहीं हो तो आप सोचिए क्या हो जाएगा. ठीक है, तो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर जरूरी है ना. तो हम जब मतलब कुछ फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, कुछ कर रहे हैं, हम तो घरों पे हैं, वो तो भाई आउट ऑन द स्ट्रीट्स ट्रैफिक भी मैनेज कर रहे हैं, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर भी मैनेज कर रहे हैं. तो आई थिंक सिविल सर्विसेज के लिए भी ये ट्रू है कि, और पुलिस भी इज पार्ट ऑफ द सिविल सर्विसेज फ्रेमवर्क, तो आई थिंक वी नीड टू लुक एट थिंग्स ऑब्जेक्टिवली. ठीक है, तो कोई सही और गलत बात नहीं है, लेकिन अगर आपको सिर्फ पैसा कमाना है तो प्राइवेट सेक्टर इज द थिंग. अगर आपको थोड़ा ऑरा भी चाहिए और थोड़ा सा आपको हायर पर्पस भी करना है, सेटिस्फेक्शन भी चाहिए लाइफ में, तो सिविल सर्विसेज इज अ गुड करियर.
Hello, sir. May I
Yes.
ask a question?
हाँ हाँ प्लीज.
Sir, in this exam, we
Hmm.
constantly follow news, but
हम्म.
some news are sensational media coverage
यस यस.
in mainstream media. ठीक है ना?
हम्म.
News often create anxiety and cynicism.
हम्म. हम्म.
What should be able to develop and balance an ethical mindset and being aware about ground realities without losing optimism and focus.
Right. हाँ. So see, Naman, if I am understanding your question correctly, see, mostly what we see and hear in news, right? Especially if you look at the news channels, right? So they are running after TRPs. Okay? They want people to watch their news programs, right? So they are only interested in sensationalism, right? So the real news that we need to follow, print media is little bit better than your news channels, right? In my view. The other thing is, if you are focused on UPSC exam and we want to know relevant current affairs, then the better way of following that is through UPSC websites. Okay? For example, drishti.is.com or any other coaching website you can follow. That is a better source. It will give you the news in a better way, digestible format, and UPSC relevant information, right? Otherwise, I usually follow, for example, All India Radio News is also very good. Okay? It's without sensationalism, and All India Radio News, even Doordarshan News, right? Though these are government mouthpieces, but they give you better information instead of the other news channels, right? Where the news anchors, they act in a manner that they know everything. No, they are the judge and the jury, right?
Sir, sometimes it feels
Mm.
everyone
Mm.
is going wrong direction, and
Mm.
nothing is good in the society. Everyone is corrupt, and
हाँ
what we are going to there make some new changes and we can do or not.
हाँ. तो इसमें इसमें देखिए, महात्मा गांधी जी ने एक बात बोली थी, आई थिंक, इफ शायद उनका एक कोटेशन है कि बी द चेंज यू वांट टू सी इन द वर्ल्ड. Be the change you want to see in the world, right? So the change has to start from us, right? I cannot expect कि मतलब अरे कोई भी ठीक काम नहीं कर रहा है इसलिए मैं भी ठीक काम नहीं करूंगा. तो let me start doing, let me become an example for others, right? क्योंकि देखिए, सिनिकल बनना बहुत आसान है, लेकिन उससे फायदा नहीं होता कि हम बोलें कि अरे सब चीज खराब है, एवरीबडी इज करप्ट, एवरीबडी इज डूइंग रॉन्ग थिंग्स ना. तो वो तो भाई एक मतलब वैसा ना कि एक आपने मतलब एक सेल्फ फुलफिलिंग प्रोफेसी है कि भाई सब लोग खराब हैं इसलिए मैं भी खराब हूँ. तो आई थिंक लेट अस ट्राई टू डू वॉट एवर गुड वी कैन डू, एंड देयर आर नो इजी आंसर्स, देयर आर नो इजी आंसर्स फॉर मी कि मैं आपको बोलूँ कोई रास्ता दिखा दूँ, ऐसा नहीं है. तो ऑल ऑफ अस नीड टू डू द राइट थिंग in our own small way. Let us follow the traffic rules. Let us be conscious of maybe not wasting energy. ठीक है, नॉट वेस्टिंग वाटर एटसेट्रा. तो ये छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स अगर हम लेंगे ना, जो एक प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने भी बोला है, लाइफ की लाइफस्टाइल फॉर एनवायरनमेंट कैंपेन, तो ये सारी चीजें क्या होगी कि मतलब एक छोटा छोटा अगर हम लोग काम अपने इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे शुरू कर देंगे तो शायद एक बड़ा चेंज आ जाएगा. लेकिन हम यही सोचते रहेंगे कि अरे भाई सभी लोग खराब हैं, सभी लोग करप्ट हैं, तो फिर उसका तो कोई आंसर नहीं है ना, वो सॉल्यूशन में.
Bihar, a small district.
Can I ask a question?
हाँ हाँ श्योर.
Sir, what advice would you like to give to the aspirants who are preparing
for UPSC?
Who are preparing, yes, for to 2028 UPSC.
2028.
Yes, sir.
Acha. See, my advice would be general that stay honest, right? That is very, very important. If you are a UPSC aspirant, you have to stay honest to yourself, to your family members, to your parents, that you are doing this. Acha. Sometimes the tendency comes that we try to show off, right? Because in the process of UPSC preparation, we learn a lot of things. तो एक tendency आ जाती है कि we try to show off कि oh we know this and that. So I think we have to guard against such tendency. We need to, like, the more we know, the more we know, or the more we should come to know that we know very less. Okay. तो मेरे ख्याल से हमेशा humble रहना भी जरूरी है. आप और इंजॉय करना भी जरूरी है. वी नीड टू enjoy the process of learning. UPSC exam preparation, you learn a lot, right, about different things. तो उस प्रोसेस को एंजॉय करना भी जरूरी है. वी नीड टू मेंटेन ए हेल्दी study life relationship, right? It should not be only study, because then burnout will happen. So we need to maintain a good study life balance, where we are studying, where we are also having good relationship, good equation with our family, with friends, and so on, so that the examination process should not feel like a burden, राइट, बिकॉज इट्स ए लॉन्ग ड्रॉन एग्जाम. ये एक मैराथन है. तो मैराथन में अगर आप सोचेंगे बहुत तेज दौड़ लेंगे शुरुआत में, तो फिर बाद में क्या होगा? तो आपको एक कंसिस्टेंसी रखनी है, ठीक है, परसिवरेंस रखना है. तो आई थिंक दीज आर द थिंग्स, सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन, ऑनेस्टी, कंसिस्टेंसी, परसिवरेंस, दीज आर नीडेड. तो अगर कोई एस्पिरेंट है हु आर हैविंग दीज क्वालिटीज, then I think UPSC is not a tough exam. It's only moderately difficult. So रास्ता बहुत मुश्किल नहीं है, लेकिन इतना आसान भी नहीं है कि हर कोई उस पर चल पाए. आई थिंक वो दैट मेक्स एंड द एग्जाम इज मेड चैलेंजिंग बाय योर कॉम्पिटिशन. ठीक है, द पीपल विथ यू, with whom you are competing, but you need to realize that our competition is with only ourselves, right? तो मेरे ख्याल से अगर मैं हूँ, तो मेरा कंपटीशन मेरे से है कि मैं अपना बेस्ट कर पाऊँ इस एग्जाम में. इफ माय बेस्ट इज गुड इनफ, देन आई विल गेट सिलेक्टेड. इफ माय बेस्ट इज नॉट गुड इनफ, अदर्स आर डूइंग बेटर देन मी, देन दे विल गेट सिलेक्टेड. सो इट्स अ कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम. आई थिंक ये मेरा सजेशन रहेगा किसी भी एस्पिरेंट को.
Sir, I have one question.
Thank you.
Hello, am I audible?
यस यस, रोहित.
जी सर, थैंक यू सर. कभी कभी जैसे शायद कुछ और लोग भी फील करते हो, अभी प्रीलिम्स का नोटिफिकेशन भी आ चुका है.
हाँ.
तो पूरी जर्नी मतलब पिछले 1.5 साल से मेरे साथ क्या होता है, कभी कभी इट्स लाइक कि 1-1.5 महीना पूरा आपने कंटिन्यूसली पढ़ लिया, पर उसके बाद फिर एकदम से रिदम टूट जाता है, फिर नहीं मन करता. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है पूरा दिन आपने 15-16 घंटे पढ़ लिए, अगले दिन किताब छूने का भी मन नहीं करता. तो मैंने खुद भी इसके बारे में बहुत सोचा. तो कभी कभी लगता है एनर्जी का इशू है, एनर्जी नहीं है. कभी कभी लगता है कि मैं बस लेजी हूँ, या फिर कभी कभी लगता है लाइक आई एम जस्ट प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटिंग. तो कभी कभी लगता है मेरे एटीट्यूड में प्रॉब्लम है, कि मैं सीरियसली नहीं ले रहा टाइप. अभी नहीं समझ में आ रहा कि कैसे इसको डील करूँ.
रोहित,
क्योंकि टाइम बहुत वेस्ट हो जाता है इसमें मेरा.
हाँ देखिए, एक हम लोग इकोनॉमी में,
just a second, sir.
यस यस यस.
So sorry for the interruption, but as we have ran out of the time,
हाँ
I would
हाँ
like to hand over the session to you only. Now it's
yes.
your call whether to extend the session or not.
नहीं नहीं
We
नहीं,
further
I
have
think
4 more
this
queries.
this has to be the final question, because even I have to go now, right? So
Okay. So
हाँ तो
I respect your decision, because I can see that you are standing in such a circumstances where you even not have a proper studio for
yes
the
yes, yeah.
session.
I'm standing
Now we
outside,
are
and
having
yes, actually some people are waiting for me. So because this commitment was there, but suddenly this plan was made to come here, right? And my phone
yes.
got discharged. So I think that's what I
Yes.
told you in
So
the
I would just
beginning.
like to make a small announcement that if you wish that sir should take one more session with Adhyay in the next weekend, or further more events should be taken up with the same host, same guest. So you can be interactive on the main group of Adhyay, and we will arrange one more session if there are so much votes and responses to the same questions. And now I would like to give up the session to the sir only. So now he can take the decision whether to extend it or not. And with that, we can give the outro for the session and can wind up.
Sir,
Okay, sir, and thank you, sir.
ठीक है, थैंक यू अथर्व. एंड जस्ट आई थिंक रोहित का क्वेश्चन था या राहुल का क्वेश्चन था जो?
जी सर, रोहित.
रोहित ना, रोहित. देखिए रोहित, अगेन देयर इज नो लाइक वन सिंगल आंसर टू योर क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, मोस्ट ऑफ अस फेस दिस प्रॉब्लम, राइट? ये सिर्फ पढ़ाई के उसमें नहीं होता है, ये लाइफ के किसी भी डोमेन में हो सकता है, राइट? कि समटाइम्स वी फील लेजी, समटाइम्स वी ओवरवर्क, समटाइम्स वी डोंट फील लाइक वर्किंग एट ऑल. ठीक है, ये ऐसा होता है. मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ क्या है कि हैबिट फॉर्मेशन एंड डिसिप्लिन has to kick in, right? Sometimes we may not want to do something, but वहाँ discipline has to work. कि भाई हमारा मन नहीं हो रहा है, फिर भी हम वो काम कर रहे हैं, because we know that it is important, right? क्योंकि नहीं करेंगे ना, तो और ज्यादा दिक्कत होगी, और ज्यादा एंजाइटी क्रिएट होगा. तो हमको ये
वही होता
डिसिप्लिन
है।
रखना है। हाँ, बट ओवर नहीं करना है, ठीक है? ओवर किल नहीं करना है। जैसे कि एक दिन पढ़ा, 16 घंटे पढ़ लिया, उससे बेटर है कि एक रूटीन बनाइए 4-4 घंटे का, बट कंसिस्टेंट रहिए, रोज पढ़िए, ठीक है? वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट। अच्छा, बीच में ब्रेक लेना भी जरूरी है। हमेशा आप सोचेंगे कि भाई लंबा लंबा सेशन करेंगे, तो ऐसा नहीं होता है। अच्छा, फिर कभी कभार ऐसे दिन आएंगे, वो भी अपने आप को सोच के रखना है कि जिस दिन कोई पढ़ाई नहीं होगी, तो लेकिन उसके बारे में सोच के और 2-4 दिन खराब नहीं करने हैं, ठीक है? तो वन शुड नॉट बी थ्रोइंग गुड मनी आफ्टर बैड मनी, दैट्स ए प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स आल्सो, ठीक है? कि हमारे कुछ पैसे डूब गए तो हमने सोचा कि अच्छा उसको बचाने के लिए और पैसे लगा देते हैं, तो वो ऐसा काम नहीं करना है, ठीक है? तो इसी तरीके से टाइम भी वेस्ट नहीं करना है, थिंकिंग अबाउट द टाइम लॉस्ट अर्लियर, राइट? तो एक बैलेंस
थैंक यू।
बना के चलना है, और आपको ये मतलब खुद ही सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन, आई थिंक मतलब the correct medicine is self discipline. We have to bring in that self discipline, that yes, this is something I have to do, मतलब whether I like it or not, and gradually you will start liking it. Because देखिए, हमको अपना गोल जो है ना, वो बोलते हैं कि यूपीएससी में इफ द वाई इज क्लियर द हाउ बिकम्स इजी, ठीक है? तो वाई हमारा एकदम स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए कि भाई क्यों हम ये करना चाहते हैं, तो हाउ अपने आप होगा, ठीक है? ओके,
थैंक यू।
तो हाँ, तो आई थिंक दिस वाज द लास्ट क्वेश्चन, एंड thanks to Atharv and the other moderators of, I think Abhyuday is the name of the Civil Services Society. Am I correct? हाँ, तो
अध्याय अध्याय
Adhyay. So like it has been one of the very like interesting sessions for me. I really thoroughly enjoyed. Okay, and the entire session I have taken while standing. Okay, and standing outside.
Hats off to you, sir.
Yes, so it has been a very unique experience for me also,
We can
and
say too, sir.
I really enjoyed interacting with all of you, and I think I was candid with you. Right, there was nothing which I think I try to say which I don't feel. Right, I have told you what I really feel about this exam, and how I think one should go about the UPSC preparation. It is a moderately difficult exam, so we should go for this preparation only if we really want to do it. Okay? Otherwise, it becomes a burden, right? So the why needs to be very clear. And I think in going forwards, we can have another session if you all want, right? We'll need to look at the feasibility, and I think for that we can see.
Yes,
And
sir.
I look forward to seeing all of you once again, and wishing you all the very best. Okay. And I'll share my Telegram channel link so we can stay connected over there as well. Okay. So thank you so much. I'll take your leave.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
everyone.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir, for taking this session in such a diverse circumstances.
It
And
was very nice
I
insight,
would
sir.
like to
Thank
thank
you.
you once again for the
Thank you.
amazing and insightful session. We look forward to have a joint collaboration with Drishti IAS in near future for all the aspirants of Adhyay and IIT Madras. And we would also look forward whether we have we receive the responses enough to have one more session in the next few weekends. With this, I would like to conclude today's session. Thank you very much, sir. The way you connected concepts with real life administrative concepts with us, it was truly an inspiring experience. We are grateful to Drishti IS and you also for such a meaningful mentorship, and look forward to implementing your advice in the near future of our preparation. And we also look forward for a joint collaboration and a healthy relationship with Drishti IS in near future. Thank you, sir. I hope
Thank
you like our
Hmm.
heartily and a very warm welcome
Yes,
of
it
us
was
on behalf
very
of
nice. Thank you so much. Huh? I'll take your leave. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys, you can leave now. And
I would request everyone to be interactive on the main Adhyay group. If you want one more session just like this, we will conduct it once again if you wish so. And I would like everyone to like you were totally cooperated into this meet. There were a few instances where there were some coding answers, but we have to manage it on our own. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for the cooperation.
okay, thank you, Asar sir.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Sparsh, does you have any query?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
So So I'm already a part of this Saranda group, and I'm pursuing my BS from data science. So am I allowed to take part in this Adhyay society?
You are the part of IIT MBS degree?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? It's all for the
O-
student. It's a society
Okay.
by the student for the student.
Okay.
We will circulate the membership form once again into the Saranda house. We'll take a note of it.
Other share all the links so that all member can connect, whether the
Yes, yes,
LinkedIn or Instagram or our main groups. Share all the links
yes.
in the comment section.
Okay, we'll circulate the message.
I have shared the links in Saranda house.
So, Anurag sir, may I have the permission to end up this meet?
Yeah, we can end the meet if anyone have no doubt.
Yes.
Hello, good evening. I have a doubt.
Yes.
So I was asking actually about IIT Madras degree. Just I mean foundational batch. So these interactive sessions or these societies like Adhyay Society, exactly what's the purpose of these societies mainly?
Anurag
What do
sir.
you want? We have different societies in our college, like robotics society, or this Adhyay is the civil services society. So we are here to help all the civil services aspirants to help them in the preparation. We provide them the newspapers and these type of speaker sessions. So this is all for the student to get help in their interesting domains.
Okay.
So what was your doubt? So what do you want to be?
So actually, I wanted to ask about these societies actually. So these societies provide many insights. Exactly, that's the main purpose. Many insight. Like today's session was really insightful, and thanks for today's session I had attended.
Okay, fine. Stay connected with us. We have more interesting sessions in future.
Yeah, yeah. And one more doubt I had. So I'm just a first year student, but I can't find my passion or interests. Means it's very hard to find any passion or interest. So I thought to ask sir, but couldn't be able to ask. So if any one of you could help me with this, that how to
Try
find
as much
passion.
as thing you can.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, can try. Try as much as you can. Eventually, you will get one thing that will be you find more interesting, and that will be your passion.
So initially we can't find passion. We need to
Initially,
explore.
no one have any passion. They all are new here, so they all go with everything. Everything they are exploring in every domain. So eventually, they will get their passion. Which thing is more interesting, they will go with that. No one have initially the passion.
Okay, okay. So honestly speaking, now at this moment I don't have any goal in life because I can't understand what to do actually. But one thing is clear that I'll stay consistent in IIT Madras. Only this goal is clear. Except that I don't have any clear goal.
Okay, stay consistent. That will be more helpful to you.
Okay. Thank you very much for this session.
Okay, fine. Good evening,
So,
everyone.
can we
Good night.
conclude now?
Yeah, you can conclude and
Thank you
end
for
the.
connecting with Ajay. I would also like to thank all the subjects for their cooperation. I think Yatin is there, present there. Sahil was also there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very special thank all the subhead. They have all done a very great work. So
No problem, sir.
yeah, you
So
are
at a time that we have crossed the mark of 65 also.
yeah.
No, no, it's 71 plus.
71 plus. We will get the attendance sheet soon on the Google Meet. So Google Mail.
Okay,
Okay,
fine. Now we
so
can
I
end the
am
meeting.
ending up the call for everyone. Is it fine? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Aman sir. Thank you, Ritam sir.
Thank you to all core members.
Mm,
Others, sir, we can leave.
Yes, yes. I am just ending up the meet for everyone.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.